West Brooke Pines is growing, and today we're adding a classic that every theme park needs, a log flume. But this isn't just any log flume ride. Welcome to Prairie Creek Timber Run, a water ride that weaves through the heart of the logging operation, perfectly tying in the Rumbler and the Pinewood Freight Co, and also destroying my mental health as I just try to build this for the very first time. This is the first log flume I've ever done, so let's give it a try. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to West Brooke Pines. If you guys missed it last episode, we worked on this little family wooden coaster right here called the Rumbler. I hope you guys really enjoyed that episode. I know I definitely did. I know it's a bit different to the style we do here with releasing 2 videos this week, but like I said in that video, I prefer to keep coasters and my main attractions like this to have their each standalone videos. It just makes it easier to find on the channel when the whole playlist is said and done. But yeah, so here's a brief overlook of it. Now, I haven't done too much touching up off camera. There have been a little bit extra detail work here with these little stripes on the transfer track right here. And also up here on the silencer, I've actually done some work, and I've finally gotten around to doing the little maintenance shed back here. I'm not sure if it actually really needs it or not, because it's only got the true trains anyway. They can just park in here. But I'm sure for realism's sake, I think it helps. And I think just having an extra building right here helps. I do think at some point we're going to have a little flat ride either over here or right here next to it, in between the transfer track and stuff. But that is for another episode in the future. What I want to focus on today is down here at the bottom. So what I'm thinking today is we should add in a log ride. Now, I have thought about a little bit about it. And I kind of want like it to go up here, go along like the cliff sides up here, maybe drop down some, maybe go into like little tunnels in here. But eventually I do want it to come down around here along this path right here where the wooden coaster is right now, because I do want it to interact some with our rides right here. And I want to make the most of like the terrain we have available here, because we only do have so much available space, and I'm trying to get around 10-ish coasters in here, so we've got a lot of cramming in to do, and I think we may even be able to fit up another coaster up in here if we really try. I don't know just yet, but we'll get to that in good time. So yeah, I guess what I can do is I'm gonna go ahead and knock out. Okay guys, welcome back, and here we are at the mostly completed layout of this blog right here. Now, I just gotta point out right now, this is actually my first time ever doing one of these, so I'm not entirely sure if this is any good or not, but I think it certainly gets the job done. And in Planet Coaster 2 here, I try to take advantage of some of the new features here with the turntable things here. But we'll get to that in a good moment. I think what I'm just going to do now is briefly walk you through the whole ride layout itself. Just to give a bit of context, we'll eventually figure out a storyline for it. I didn't really get that far. I just kind of like, no, what? I think a log ride will go good right here. So, but yeah, anyway, you come out of the station right here, you go up a lift right here. Pretty self-explanatory. This is actually a reverse turntable right here, so you'll go backwards right here for this section, which I think will be pretty cool because you can see the whole park when looking out this direction, aside from the silencer behind us. But yeah, so you'll go backwards down through into this little tunnel right here, and now keep in mind this will be shrunk down a bit. It won't be as wide. I gotta figure out what I want to do within here, but we do eventually make this little turn right here. Have a straight section right here. I believe we go uphill just a little bit. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's all right. We take another left-hand turn right here going into the mountain. Then we do have another turntable section, so this right here will be turning back around to go forward. So we turn around, take this left-handed turn. I gotta learn my lefts and rights better. We go up this hill right here. If I can, come on, go, come on. Okay, here we are. We go up right here, and here's again another shot facing the entire park right here, other than what's behind me. We go down the drop here, which is, I believe, is about 60 or 80 feet or so, into this little splashdown right here, which we then do take another right-hand turn, going up this lift right here, passing underneath this Rumble wooden coaster here, and obviously again silencer right there, as you can see. I have it in pause mode right now just so I can see for clearances and stuff like that. And promise you, this will all get dressed up, so we gotta get there first. We go up again another little hill, take a left-handed turn, go down this little drop right here, and then we take another splash down, into this right-handed turn right here. And that is pretty much the layout, pretty self-explanatory. I will say I'm not entirely sure how much I really care about this little ending bit right here, but I think once we get all the different pathways and stuff in, and things of that nature, it'll definitely help bring it all together. Maybe even include like a little restaurant of sorts right here. I don't know just yet, because I am trying to make sure. I wanted to include a little bridge like right over here that goes over top of the splash in right here, because I feel like every good log flume has a nice little splashing area, or we could even extend the pathway to go that way to experience more of it. But yeah, so there is a look at the layout. I will say I do plan on putting like little wooden side panels over all of this to cover all of this up, to make it look like it's actual like handmade like troughs that the logs would float down. And I think over here I want to put a small little like pond over here and have a splashing effect with this coaster right here, just to add some more thematics to it. And I think in the end it will look pretty cool, but I don't know how much of these interior sections we're going to get done today, because I might actually need your guys' input on what I should do in here, because I have a couple ideas. I just don't have much sense they'll make in terms of the ride layout as a whole. So yeah, I guess here we are for this. I'll go ahead and get the cracking on working on the station right here, this pathway up here along the mountain. This is gonna get done, and get overall getting some thematics around the ride, and then I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. So yeah, see you soon. Okay guys, welcome back. It has been several hours later. Matter of fact, it's into the next day, and here is a somewhat moderate step in progression towards finishing this thing. I'm not gonna lie, this ride here has seen many design changes back here on the back end, because what I discovered on the original layout is I could only have a maximum of like 3 logs on the ride. That's just not gonna work, as this ride is pretty big, other than the stats saying it's only like 300 feet. Well, I guess it doesn't show on here now. But yeah, so I'm really happy in the direction this is going, and as you can see, I've rerouted the pathways up to here, just because the fact I wanted the pathway up here to go over the top of the station, but the way I had it originally, I just could not get to get over here without having to reroute this over here, and also moving this station around some, which I just do not have the room to move this station anymore. Like literally this is like the most amount of room I can have for it, but I'm still really happy with the way it's going. So hopefully once they start getting like the actual structure around it, it'll look a lot better. Now, I wanted to originally get the station building like somewhat complete, but I'm like, it is a fairly simple design. I think we're gonna keep a nice simple A-frame structure, not go too heavily crazy on it in theory. But I'm sure it'll look fine as a whole. But I think the major talking point up here is talking about this right here. So originally I had it turning like to go down here and go like to the right and into the station, but that just did not work, because I didn't have enough room, and I didn't want this to have to cross over a path. So instead, we rerouted around here, around the back, and coming down this way, which honestly, I think it looks a lot better. And once we get the rocks and other stuff like that along here at the edges, I think it's going to look really cool. And also up here, I think it helps making this a different, like, terrain layout up here. Especially, like, once we get the railings up here, and you can just look down, look at the ride. And we got a lot of detail work to do on that. That's what most of this is a lot of detail work. This is going to take me probably several hours to do it all, but I'm really excited to get it all done, because I think once it's all done, and the trusses up here for the staircase are in, and all that kind of stuff, it's going to look really fantastic. Now, down over here, I did a little bit of work. I added in a bit of a river bank right here with rocks and stuff like that, which we will be touching it up more, and I will be including like a little I think I'm going to include a log cabin here anyway. I don't know. Gotta play around with some design still. I don't want to obstruct the view of the coaster too much, but I think it's in the right direction. Maybe what we can do instead is actually run another pathway right here and have the pathway go over the little splashdown area. Because I do like the idea of having a bridge where you can get soaked on it, like which a lot of the newer log flumes do. Not all of them, but some of them do. Which honestly, you get more wet on the bridge than they do on the actual ride, but what do I know? So yeah, and I've also, while we're over here, I have gone ahead and started adding the side panels onto it. I don't know how sold I am on this design here. I just wanted it to feel like it's more wooden, not this metal stuff, which I think it works. I like the idea of it feeling more handcrafted and stuff like that. Make it feel more old-timey and things of that nature. And up here, I don't know if I want to have a little building outcrop, like looking over this right here. I don't know just yet. The same thing goes for this tower thing over here. I don't know if I want to have like a full roof on this or not, and having it extended to the mountain or not, because I don't want to obstruct the view of this right here, this direction, and if I can rotate around a bit in this direction. But granted, if it's just a roof, I don't think it'll obstruct it too much. But I'll have to play around with it some. And down in here, I don't think I've changed it up too much, but it has seen some revision with like the height in this, because I've tried to get this to function properly. But yeah, I'm thinking here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this like a little like camping spot where the loggers will come in and stay overnight instead of having like actual tents out there. Use a natural terrain to the advantage. Out of that, or we're going to go for a simple little cave in here. Those stalagmites and stalactites. Keeping it classy. And I also, as you can see, I've included this little tunnel thing right here. I think having this like natural terrain right here being met by this something man-made, I think it really works out. And I think we're going to have to extend that over into here maybe some. Granted, I think it'll also help once we get like the restaurant out here, like I mentioned in the first episode, because I think having a restaurant overlooking it all will look really sweet, in my opinion. I don't know yet. We got to get there. I gotta admit, this is taking a lot of energy out of my sails, but I am really excited to get this done, because this is going to be really epic when it's all said and done, I think. I'm also debating whether or not, if right here I want to have like a little cover over this or not. Not necessarily not necessarily because I want it to like cover like this for shading or anything like that, but I think just for details, I think it's going to look really sweet, especially with this coaster right here going underneath it. And then back over here, I know it's kind of all over the place, but here's a little look at the queue setup. There's nothing crazy, anything like that, but I honestly didn't have enough room to do what I originally wanted to. But I think it gets the job done, and I think once you get like a little sign right here or over here, I think it'll really help. And once you get like a little maybe cover over this, I think it'll really help. But yeah, I am really happy with the way this is all working out, and I actually think it's going to look really cool from this angle once it's all, again, all this is in place. But yeah, so I guess what I'm going to do... Oh, yeah, by the way, before we go in here again, I will be opening this up some in here, I think. I still have no idea what I'm going to put in here, but I still like the whole idea of it being backwards coming into here and then being facing forward while you're going up this direction again. But yeah, anyway, if I can get out of the terrain, I don't want to be in the terrain. That's not good for anyone. But yeah, so I guess there's a brief look at all the progress we've gotten so far. I'm really happy with it. So let me go ahead and get back to work, and hopefully I can cut back to you when it's fully finished. See you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so welcome back to the last portion of the video here, and as you can see, a lot has changed here. Although not quite as much as I had originally hoped, but I'm still immensely proud of how this product as a whole has turned out. And as time goes on, we will come back and update this, especially as, unfortunately for me, if I can zoom, hang on, if I can get in here, the caves, unfortunately, are just not quite done. I just can't do it. I've been at this project for 3 or 4 days now, ever since the, wooden coaster video came out, which is on Monday. I've been working hard on this log flume here. I just can't go anymore. As it is literally, I believe, 10 p.m. Yes, 10:09 as time of recording this video, so I just can't go anymore. But again, I'm really proud of how it's turned out, and I'm really a big fan of the structures, like the whole chaos of like the log flume and the coasters right here. Just like look at this screenshot right here. It's just absolutely amazing. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. So down here at the entrance, while the ride does not have a name yet, so I don't have a ride sign, here is where you enter right at down here. And here's a little switchback cube right here, and I gave it a nice little cover. And also with a bit of an angle to it, give it some variety. And also makes a nice little near miss with the coaster right here. So there's a quick look at all that. We've also got some nice support work with the horizontal beams and stuff like that, which I think makes for a really nice effect, as you can see here, as we've got it duplicated, on these other two beams back here at the back. So then you come back over here and wander your way up into the station, and as you can see, we're using like the side paneling right here, because I think these resort decorations, although I prefer to just like wooden paneling, I have this on the floor right here. I think it looks really nice, not overly complicated, but nice and simple. That's what we're going for here. Then up here in the station, here's what the brief interior of it looks like. Again, not overly stylized or anything like that, but more stuff will be added in the near future. This is just to get the ball rolling here, and I think it looks really nice. As you can see, I've also made sure to dress up the controls booth a little bit. Make sure they have, like, the person that's working in there has a nice place to stand out of the sun and all that kind of thing. Back here at the back, we do have a little bit of storage back here for all your loose articles, because this is a water ride. I'm sure you wouldn't want to get your loose articles wet or anything like that. I know I certainly don't. That's why I don't normally ride these log flumes or anything like that too much in real life. I just can't stand the idea of getting wet with my clothes on. But working at Kings Island has offered me a lot of opportunity to get around that, which I'm not as bad about anymore. I love me a good water ride on a nice hot day, especially if there's no line. It's absolutely amazing. Up here I have included this little loft thing. There's nothing in it other than these two doors right here. I did take inspiration off of another one off of the Steam Workshop. I can't remember what the name of it's called. But I'm really proud of how that's turned out. And also then coming down over here to this little shed building, or back end of it. I think this little whole what do you call it? This A-frame shape, everything looks really nice with the extra details, and especially with the use of the wheel back here in the middle of it. I got it right there. So yeah, see the Viking wheel thing right there. I think it looks really nice, keeping it simple. Also using the congruited metal roofing stuff, which makes this nice and separated. It feels make it different from all the other styles we got going on over here, which is the whole goal of doing a theme like this. Is you got to make sure you keep similar building materials and stuff like that, but we've also made sure you can get some variety out of it. And I think we definitely drew the job with that here. And as you can see here, we have a little bridge going over top of the log from right here, again using all these panels, which I think look absolutely superb. And I've also gone ahead and did some custom railings all the way around and all the way up the side of the mountain, which you can see as we have done the whole staircase up to there with the whole viewing platform. If I just pop down into first person's perspective right here, I am a super fan. Oh, that's not it. Come on. If I pop down right here, this just looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. Just being able to look down above everything like this is absolutely superb. And as you make your way up here, just looking down like this, and I just imagine when the rest of the park is going in over there, it's going to look absolutely fantastic, I think. And we're going to keep going all the way up here to the very top platform where you see Silencer back over here. It just, yeah. I can say though, I feel like the wind would be crazy up here. I bet you'd be getting pushed around all over the place, which makes it kind of fun for me, but that's also why you hang onto the handrails, people. We hate for you to fall over. As funny as it would be anyway, but yeah, so here's a look at it from all up here. This might honestly be my thumbnail right here, because I think it's just absolutely amazing, but we'll wait and see. So anyway, go ahead and talking about the layout of this thing as a whole. I haven't changed anything up too much, although I have disabled the supports in some sections so I could add in these custom wooden ones right here, which I think help make it look much more like old and rickety, much more thematic, if that makes sense. Now I got rid of the whole wooden side things on there just because I did not have the time to do them all right now. And if I did one of them, I'd have to do it from all of the sides exposed right here, and I just didn't feel like doing it. I'm sorry guys, I just didn't have any more left in me, but I think the effect works just as well with the metal paneling right here, which honestly maybe works a little bit better in the favor of the whole lumberjack theme right here. Which that brings me off to a point, is I do need a name for this guy, so if you have a name suggestion, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure to make a sign for it right over here somewhere, I think. And I will say, I did leave this spot open right over here in case if I want to do a ride unit, or a ride funnel unit, or another shop food area unit right here, just because I know we don't have a whole lot in terms of food options right now, which that'll be something we do in the next episode here. Which I think next episode will be a bit more of a lighter episode, as this one has, these past two are very heavily thematic based down here. So the next one will be a little bit lighter, but we'll get to that bridge in a good time. So I will say, jumping back over here real quick, I know this has been all over the place, guys. I'm very sorry about that, but my brain is just literally fried. I am so tired, but it's completely fine. I'm happy with how this turned out. Back here, I did hide a power distribution center, as we do have the whole power on, we have money, profits on, all that kind of stuff. Let's make it a little bit more realistic. I hope that the maintenance guys can actually reach that. I haven't checked to see if they can or not, but I'm sure they can, so we're gonna leave it at that. Anyway, yeah, back over here, talking about all this stuff over here. So I did do a simple little roof up here, although for it, what I did is I did this double, triple beam, quad beaming thing, which I think makes it look so much thematic and extra thick. kind of like the GCI like station buildings. If you've seen like Mystic Timbers and all them, they have like this staggered board set up right here, which makes me realize I need to actually move this real quick. So let's just casually scoot this over. And right about, no, I didn't do it. Hang on. We're just gonna, okay. No one saw that. It's always been like that. It's all fine now. But yeah, so this is the look at it all right here. Got some simple lighting in here. A great use of the whole like timber working right here with these supports right here for the main aim frame up here. And as you, if I pop down over here onto the log from real quick, I can go ahead and show you what that looks like from this perspective. Oh, that's not the one I want. Back. Wait, is that the right one I wanted? Yeah. So yeah, if I just quickly oh, that's not it. There we go. If I just quickly pop down right here, here's how it all looks from inside here. I realize with the boat, things are not quite as grand, but you still get the same concept. As you can see with the coaster poking over there in the background. And now as we slowly work forward backwards into this dark portion back here. It's gonna be phenomenal once it's all gets said and done. I just don't have the time to do it all today. I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe we can even do that theming stuff inside here as like a part of a stream or something like that in the future, because we do have a lot more parts to get through, as you can see by, oh, that's not where to go. All that land right over there. So we have a lot more space to go. And I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to like building this, I kind of struggled because I didn't know the style I wanted to go for. Like if I wanted to go for like this Firewatch like tower thing or not, which I've kind of adapted that into here, which I think it does look absolutely phenomenal. Especially from right over here on this angle, I think it just looks absolutely amazing. I am so proud. I'm so chuffed with how this has turned out. If I quickly want to, since we're already over here, I'll go ahead and point out this simple little structure I made over here. Since that part of the staircase was like attached to the Giga Coaster base over there, I had to do something a bit more ground up. This is what I came up with. It's nice and simple. Doesn't overcomplicate things, but I think it serves its purpose really well. I think we may come back in though and do some more supports like going between these two beams right here. But I don't know just yet. We got a lot of planning left to do still. And probably a little bit more foliage work around here, just to make it feel like it's more embedded into the mountain, even though it's very much embedded into the mountain. Yeah, so there's a brief look at that, and now I will quickly run over here to the other side, as we did include a little bridge tunnel thing like right here, because I thought it was a really cool effect as well. And if I hop on this again, if I can find a nice, where is this at? Okay, so here we are. We're going to view it from this perspective right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. Here's the other turntable section back here at the back, and it gets very dark in here, so this is definitely going to be lighted up and all things like that. But yeah, here we go, going up to the lift over right here. A little overhead structure right here. And it's like, that right there is just amazing to me, so this just adds that little effect. I feel bad now because of how much like the log like obstructs your vision, but there's nothing I can do about that. I probably should have tested that out beforehand, but it's alright. I did make sure to include ample lighting up here, which I can go ahead and quickly show you that, guys, as this ride is for the most part lit up in areas where I thought it was needed. I haven't lit up everything just yet, but the lighting we do have, I think, looks absolutely amazing. I think I might do some more along this back wall back here. Kind of like how Six Flags Fiesta Texas does like their quarry wall with the lights. I might do that. I don't know. I'm trying my best to keep it feeling like it's very natural and not overly like industrialized, although as you can see we're kind of already at that point anyway. So, but what I have gone ahead and already done is I have included little light posts all the way along here, all the way up these two lift hills right here. I haven't included any up here because I didn't feel like it was necessary yet, and also I may change this up. I might include like more like structural bracing in between both of these two cliff faces right here, but I don't know just yet. And honestly, I think it looks really nice right here as it is anyway, with using the little spotlights. And obviously coming down here gives a nice little effect, I think. Now I didn't put the poles all the way along here because of the fact when the boat comes down and makes a big splash, and I didn't feel like it makes sense to have poles there, as realistically I feel like they get knocked over. I mean, I know I get knocked over just by a little bit of water, so I could imagine those poles would have the same effect. I don't know. I don't feel like testing it right now. But yeah, so here's a look at everything at nighttime. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. If there's what you guys think I should be doing with the whole nighttime lighting here. If I should be focusing on lighting like everything up, like with these lampposts like this, or having a nice mix of the natural lighting and the artificial stuff we got going on right here. Because I think it does make a nice contrast, especially like from a view like this, which makes me realize I need to light up this top platform up here. But we can do that off camera at a later point. But yeah, so here is a look at it all from like this angle right here. I think it looks absolutely spectacular. And I really am eager, like I said, to hear you guys' feedback on it. I am going to be touching this more off camera as time goes on and stuff like that, because there is so much more potential with this log ride and this whole section over here, which that brings me to my point, is we are getting very close to finishing all this up over here. So if you guys are enjoying like all the content and stuff here, please subscribe and all that, because that really does help me out, keep me motivated to keep pumping out these videos. I might not do 2 videos next week, guys. I just wanted to split these up into 2 separate videos, because I didn't want the log from to overshadow the coaster, or the coaster to overshadow the log flume. I felt like these were 2 very big rides and I needed their own individual videos, so I hope that's not too much of an effect on you guys. Alright, so anyway guys, I think we're going to leave it there for this episode. If you guys have any ideas on what we should be adding in the future, please let me know, as I believe we will be working on this area up here next week. And then we'll be transitioning over onto that plateau over there, where I've got a couple different ideas where I want to put over there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I greatly appreciate all your support. So I will see you guys in the very next episode. Bye now.